All right. It says I'm live. Oh, here we go. It says I'm live. Yay. I always wonder if it's actually going to happen. Hi, my name is Maggie. This is Moon Directed. Welcome to Moon Nite Live. I will pull cards tonight for each of the signs of the zodiac. And then if you are in the chat, that live because I turn into a pumpkin at 9 o'clock. At that point, I will pull cards for whoever's in the chat. So if you are watching this on the replay, thank you so much. Please hit the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I do this every Monday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time, U.S. And if you're watching down under and you're hanging out over there in Australia on Sydney time, it is actually at 11:30 a.m. on Tuesday. But for the rest of us, we're all here on Monday night. So you are definitely way ahead of us. So that is cool. So again, if you are here, you're going to catch, see what's going on, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that. And we're going to go ahead and get started. I am just shuffling up the different cards to find out what the order is that Spirit is here to deliver messages for us. So, hey there, Anne. Oh my gosh, you did. You got in. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. I was really worried when I wasn't hearing from you, and I was like, uh-oh, she got the COVID. So I'm glad you're here. I really am. Okay, it's time to start. First up, we have Aries. We have Aries first. All right, so I am going to, I was going to try to timestamp as I went along, but I don't have a timestamp checker. Oh, look, there it is. Okay, I do have one. Okay, so today I'm going to use Mystical Shaman Oracle. It's written by a couple of shamans and Colette Baron Reed, who I believe is also a shaman, actually. It is Alberto Villoldo. Oh, geez, I butchered his name. He has the nicest little accent when he says it. It sounds so cool. And Marcella Lobos, they're actually married. And then Colette Baron Reed, who has done something like 14 Oracle decks. So hi and welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. So it is a beautiful deck. I really love this deck. So this week, January 4th through the 10th, and by the way, the videos came out yesterday because I was done early and I didn't realize it, and I didn't set the calendar right. So if you haven't checked out this week's videos, they are out, but the messages were very much about getting very, very clear on what it is that you want to do, and the energy this week should help you to start to move in the direction of the first couple of steps that you're going to take and toward this big change that everybody's pretty much making. The banquet table has been set and we are all moving forward, but you have to take a couple steps. But Spirit is asking everybody not to feel like you, in fact, be encouraged not to feel like you want to know all the steps, to allow some room for Spirit to move things around and be adaptable and flexible. And that new moon that is happening next week is going to be, we're on Monday Night Live, we'll pull cards for that, but it is going to be very much about really nailing that intention and really bringing it in and honing in on what it is that you're going to do, because it is about setting the attention in the heart space that's really going to make the difference for the new moon, for the new year, for actually this new energy that we are now moved into, this age of Aquarius. Okay, so we're going to start with Aries. And Aries, you have, oh my gosh, you have the Tree of Life. You have the Tree of Life. Look at that. This is definitely getting grounded. Look at how those, oh my gosh, what's with this light? Does that help? Look at how those roots are just everywhere. They are so spread out and it's kind of twisted onto each other. It almost looks, for some people, like it might be you and somebody else. Okay, so it's number 58. That's 13, which is a 4. Definitely about that stability that comes from being really grounded. These messages are so beautiful. I'm going to go with this, and then we'll see what else Spirit pulls. Okay, so the tree of life is a sacred symbol throughout the Americas. Its deep roots reach into the lower world, the unconscious, while its branches reach to the heavens, the source of destiny. To be whole in your life's journey, it is important to have deep roots and high branches. You know that roots and wings kind of feeling, right? Reach for it. You're going to have to reach for it, but you're going to have to be firmly grounded in this energy with all this energy. It's currently this month. There's a lot going on in Capricorn still, which allows you to really ground in, but the energy is going to start moving through, and it's going to start moving into that energy of the air sign of Aquarius as we're picking up those waves. And so as that happens, you're going to want to try to stay grounded as much as possible while you're reaching for what you want. A tall tree with shallow roots falls in the first wind, but a tree with deep roots can weather any storm. And so the invitation here is to find health and balance in your life. Reflect on how you dance with your action, your thoughts, and your feelings. If you are too much into your thinking head or in a world of fantasies and daydreams, connect more with your roots and physical body. If you're mechanical doing and you are feeling stuck, not able to imagine a better life for yourself, open yourself to be inspired by the heavens. Let your roots and branches be aligned with your heart's longing. So, hi, Sue. Oh my gosh. I can't believe you. Hey, Cherokee. Sue, how did you manage? Okay. So, I am really going to pull cards for Sue, can you stay with us long enough for me to pull all of the cards, or should I quickly pull one for you? Sue, what time is it where you are? Isn't it like 1:30 in the morning or something ridiculous? So if you have a question, go ahead and type it into the chat. And if I start to miss it, Cherokee will let me know. Because Cherokee kind of moderates for me. So thanks, Cherokee. All right. So next up, we have Pisces. Pisces, you're next. So let's see what we get for you, Pisces. Oh my gosh. So let's just see what's going on. I totally can't do the math in my head. You're 6 hours ahead. Yeah, 1:30. Right? Go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. I really super appreciate it. It helps YouTube to know that people actually care enough to watch my video. So that would be excellent. And if you have any friends that you want to bring along, bring them on in. Okay, so Pisces, what do we got going on for Pisces? In this beautiful energy of getting ready, getting prepared, but staying grounded in our spirituality as we are making plans in the real 3D world going forward over the next couple of weeks, but still maintaining our sense of balance and spirituality. You have the Hunter. Oh my gosh. Okay. Pisces, you know what that looks like? I mean, okay, so there's a deer horns on it, but these wings, and there's a bear, but those wings really look like a hawk. I saw the most interesting thing today. I was going to say it was the coolest. Hey there, Sean, Christine, how are you doing? I was going to okay, so I'm going to tell you. So I walked in the woods today. Hey, Nancy, how's it going? I walked in the woods today and it was so quiet. It was unbearably quiet. Yesterday when I was in the woods, there was scattering and that was a really great experience. But today when I was in the woods, I walked into the woods and it was dead silent. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, it was so quiet. It was so quiet that I was walking off the trail because the trail was too crunchy and I wanted to get up onto the leaves and walk through the soft dirt because I was trying to hear anything. There was no sounds. And I was a mile and a half into the woods because there's mile markers, so I know. I was a mile and a half into the woods and then I saw why it was so quiet. There was a hawk who had a squirrel for dinner, lunch. It was lunchtime. And then I walked past there and I turned around shortly after that to start heading back. When I went by, the hawk wasn't there anymore. And then I started hearing the rustling of the squirrels and the birds in the trees. And there was a ton of birds there. And everybody was like waking up again. But this hunter This hunter is knowing what it is you want, being completely aware, taking that higher view, and then willing to go for it. I'm willing to go for it. And this energy here, and you're so close. That's 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. That is like nearing the end of a long journey. So let's just see what the shamans have to say about it. That was what I saw today. So before the dawn of agriculture, we hunted in the forest to feed our kin. The hunter never takes more than what the village needs to survive, and often taking only one creature, the good kill. He is a master tracker and knows which path to follow to find success. And honestly, it was like the hawk was probably still there, but all the birds recognized, well, he's already got dinner, so we're safe. Hey, Amanda, how are you doing? Amanda, Sean 97 is really Christine from the program. The program sounds like it's something else. We all went to school together. That's where the dietetic program. Okay, so the invitation, Pisces, rely on your own skills to traverse the thick forest you are in to reach your destination. You need to follow the tracks left by spirit to claim your bounty, which is already prepared and being offered to you. Do not follow the map drawn by others, will not lead you true. Instead, become the map maker. Find your internal compass and use all of your senses, including your common sense. All of your senses, including your. This energy in Capricorn is very practical, very, very practical. And I don't know, Pisces, if you were one of the ones, but the map maker of destiny showed up not this past week, but the week before when I was doing the videos it went up. So, all right. Let me see, what am I missing here? See if you can stay awake. It's 12:30. Oh, well, you are doing well. If you have a specific question, go ahead and put it in there, and we will segue into it. Oh, you keep losing the internet signal? I had to move my router around to get started here tonight to get the strongest signal possible. So I think we're going to be okay on my end. All right. Is anybody else losing the signal? Is it you or is it me? Okay, let's see. I don't even know who I'm pulling a card for. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, you are next. Let me write down the time. I forgot to do that for Pisces, but I'll figure it out. 12, 25. Okay, Virgo. Virgo sun, Virgo moon, Virgo rising. What is the guidance from spirit with this beautiful shaman deck? Shaman Oracle. It's a great deck. Has so much energy. When you open up the box, you can feel it coming out. Okay. That's a pretty messy shuffle there, Virgo. Here we go. That was more of a Virgo shuffle. Okay. Okay, this is important. This is an important message because as soon as it came out, the card snapped solid, like boom, this is it. And my nose started itching like crazy. So you have the middle world. It's number 36. 3 plus 6 is 10. That's a 1. It's a new start. It's a new beginning. Okay. Okay, Virgo, you are the ruler of the 6th house. I just saw me freeze, so it might be me. Yeah, it started at 7:30, Amanda. Well, actually, I think we started just a couple minutes early. So started at 7:30. I think we started at like 7:28, but I was talking. I didn't pull the first cards until after 7:30. You're such a Virgo. Okay, so here we go. Virgo, you rule the 6th house. You rule work-life balance. Nope, you didn't miss anything. All that's happened so far, Cherokee, just heads up, all that's happened so far is Aries and Pisces, and now this is Virgo. Okay, so the middle world is the realm of day-to-day reality and the playground of living. It is the present moment when everything is happening, yet the middle world is created by the future, not only the past, and is a mirror of the invisible realms. When things are right in the middle world, heaven and earth support everything. When they are not right, heaven and earth must be brought into order as well. And so this is Virgo. This is that staying balance. This is keeping everything just in alignment. Okay, so surround yourself. So surround yourself when you get up in the morning. Surround yourself with a circle of light and ask for guidance to be kept in harmony and balance as you make your way through the day. And then you can invite in whatever spirit guides that you want, or your ancestors, or what, to create this circle around you, a nice, perfectly balanced circle that you're going to stay in harmony as you work your way through the day. So, hey, listen, there's a lot of you in the chat. If you want to hit the thumbs up, that would be great. So, when the middle world shows up, conditions are favorable for your undertaking. Do not hesitate, move forward. As heaven and earth are smiling upon you, and the time is right to be expedient but mindful of not being reckless. The world is your playground, and what would require great effort at any other time can be accomplished with ease now, but it will be accomplished by you staying in as much balance as you can. So almost think of yourself not even just in a circle, but like in a whole sphere, and allow like the crap to bounce off. Like, you're going to have to stay centered and focused on what you're trying to do and maintain your balance. Like, if you're walking across the balance beam, you kind of need to pay attention to where you're going. Unless, of course, even the Olympians really have to pay attention to what they're doing. So, that's kind of how that goes. All right. The Gemini is next. So Gemini, what time do we have? 17:13. Okay, Gemini. Let's see what we have for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. You got the North Node in your sign. This is you moving toward your destiny. This is you letting go of things that no longer serve you. And this week, with all that stuff going on in Capricorn, that is in your 8th house of transformation. Well, so Venus has moved in today or tomorrow. She moves in. I've lost track of time. I think she moves in tomorrow. She moves into to Capricorn. She's crossed the galactic center. She's picked up the information and the guidance. There's been a real shedding of stuff for you with that eclipse that happened in your sign recently. So now it's a time to start focusing forward. And what is it that you want to do? What do you want to bring in? What's next, right? What's next? You have the wind. That doesn't surprise me. First off, your air sign. It's 63. It's a 9. And oh my gosh, there's the hawk sitting in this one. And you can totally see the hawk in this one. See him up there? He's up here in the corner. It's hard for me to have light that I can read by and light where you can see everything. Okay. Trying to make everybody happy all at once works. Right? It just doesn't go like that in life. We are not. Okay, so 63, the wind. The symbol of the wind represents the element of air. It rules communication, thought, song, and inspired ideas. Gemini, this is you just being you. It also signifies change with qualities, both positive and negative. The wind blows from each of the 4 directions, and there are different qualities flowed by each. The wind from the south carries a new sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and the parts of you that are no longer needed. That is the south node, that releasing. The west, calling you to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions, to let go of attachment and ego desires. So for you, that would make that, okay, that would make it Virgo. So that would be Virgo. That would be, calling you to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions, to let go of attachments and ego desires. So this is about bringing yourself into balance in your day to day, your work life, your how do you balance everything while you're releasing the things that don't let you go. The North, moving you to bring in your wisdom and your strength. Where are you going, right? North Node in your sign. And then the East is the clarity of vision and purpose. That is Piscean energy. That is that energy of the Neptune in 12th house of what is your vision? What is your vision, and how do you want to manifest it? How do you want to bring that in? So, I mean, that is some pretty amazing stuff right there. So, whichever way the wind is blowing for you, the message which the wind whispers is, or it shouts, is a challenge. It may take courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exhilaration in moving toward it and receiving the lessons. So, it's not easy when the North Node is in your sign. Ask any Cancer you know. It is not easy when you're dealing with South Node issues. Ask any Capricorn you know. We were all struggling as we're working our way through this past year. So it's not easy, but that's where you learn. That's where you grow. That's where you take the big giant step forward. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And it's hard when you're walking into the wind to make those changes and letting it blow the cobwebs off of you. But then when you get what you need and you turn around, now you have the wind at your back. And that's when you get to where you need to go. So that's pretty cool. Okay, who's next? Libra. I know we have Libras here. Christine is a Libra. Anybody else? All right. What does the North Node in Cancer in Capricorn have to do with that? Those are my signs in those positions. Okay. North Node is that's where the eclipses are set up, or the North Node, South Node. And we just recently, it takes about 18 months to cycle through that. And so for most of 2019 and half of 2020, we had the North Node in Cancer, which was moving toward wherever it is in your chart. But in general, it's about finding more compassion and caring and nurturing energy, and mostly nurturing your inner child and your inner self. So that was a big lesson we were supposed to be learning. And then the South Node was in Capricorn. And Capricorn is all about, it's all about, when it's in the South Node and you're releasing things that don't work, it's like that workaholic attitude. It's that, it's the divine masculine energy, but it can be like too much control and need to let go of control and to be more nurturing and caring for yourself. So now that the North Node is Gemini, the North Node in Gemini is about, what are you curious about? What do you want to learn? What do you want to grow? What do you want to move toward? What's exciting and interesting for you? And then the South Node is in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius comes in to this world with so much innate knowledge that they remember from lifetimes, even so they just know stuff. But the thing is now we're in a new energy paradigm. As we shifted into that Aquarian energy when Saturn and Jupiter on the solstice moved into Aquarius, when that happened, we started getting these waves of Aquarian energy are now coming in. And so the Piscean age is like sand at the beach that's being eroded by the energy of the age of Aquarius coming in. So yes, age of Aquarius has started. It's the shift. And so for many of us, these beliefs that we have, and everyone has Sagittarius somewhere in their chart, these beliefs that we have, it is time to release and let, because that is the old energy. And now we're into the new energy. And so they don't serve us anymore. And so letting those things go, letting those belief systems go, being open, being curious, being exploring new ideas and new thought process, that is where that stuff starts happening for you. So we have the middle world here again, Libra. It's about balance, right? It's about balance. So Libra, finding the balance, maintaining the balance. I'm actually seeing with this one this time for you guys is definitely a teeter-totter. So you have a lot of things that are happening over here and you're trying to get this stuff done over here, and the thing is moving like this, and you're trying to walk and not tip the thing over. Do you watch Survivor? Actually, what I'm seeing is oh no, it wasn't, it was Big Brother. It was where they have to walk down this plank and they got to put all these balls on them, and they one by one have to put them on, and then they have to walk back, and they got to keep everything balanced and everything, and they have to get all the balls on and have it balanced. And that's what it feels like you're doing. Like you're got a lot going on, and this energy in Capricorn is squaring you. So it is happening around the family life, the home life, like all these things happening while you're trying to go after your dreams, and there's just this balancing act. And so yes, it's the Libra card, Cherokee. No, Amanda, the age of Aquarius did not start thousands of years ago. Christ was born in the Piscean age. Now, there are people out there who are trying to say that this isn't the age of Aquarius because there is a mathematical calculation done by Kepler, which, but they're basing that on the fact that they think that Christ was born at the beginning of the age of Pisces. And the age of Pisces is, it says in the Bible, he was born in the fullness of time, which tells me that they were already through the transition period. So, and since we don't know the actual start of the date, you can't do that. But I can tell you, based on, is there anybody who did not feel the energy shifting? Like, you can feel the energy shifting. It is moving. It is shifting. You are like, I've got to move forward. I got to stop. I got to move forward. There's all this. It's crazy. Saturn wants boundaries and limitations, and you've got Jupiter that wants to expand everything and say, yes, let's go. And so there's this kind of herky-jerky start going on right now to the new year. And I don't believe it's until we get to the new moon in Aquarius that we really start feeling it shift. But we are not, so, you know, if you ever did, if you ever travel, there's what they call the shoulder season, you know, where the weather's not totally crap yet. And yet the tourists, like, so maybe like September, like the weather's not super bad yet, but people are starting to go back to school. And so during the shoulder season, you can get really good deals to go, you know, stay on the beach or whatever, right? And so that's what we're in. We're like in a shoulder season. It's like the ending of one cycle and the beginning of the new one. And so there's all the shifting energy, and it's coming in waves, because if that high frequency energy all came in at once, it would probably literally fry our circuitry. So there needs to be a opportunity for us. It's kind of like dipping your toe in the water and getting used to it. And then you walk out a little further and you get your feet wet. You get up to your ankles. And that's kind of how this energy is going to come in. It's going to come in slowly so that we can get used to it. Another way to look at it might be the frog in the pot of water as it boils. I don't, you know, whatever one you want to use. It's going to take a little while. It's got to come in at a rate that we can use it. So Libra, again, you are being, you know, this is about the realm of the day-to-day. This is the staying balanced, right? And so the middle world shows up when the conditions are favorable for your undertaking. So don't hesitate, move forward. So you can do this balancing now. You're just going to have to watch exactly how you're moving and where you're going. Yes, it's like the push me, pull me, and exactly that is what it's like, the Saturn and Jupiter thing. But Jupiter is breaking free. They're still in conjunction, and they're going to be in conjunction for this new moon. And the new moon is next week, but the thing about this new moon is so important is that it's happening in conjunction with Pluto at the same degree that Saturn and Pluto conjuncted the same day a year ago. So it's, what have you learned? What have you learned and what are you going to do with it? So this is a week of really prepping for that and getting ready for it. So take some time to become very clear about where it is you want to go from here. What did you learn this year? Everybody had to have learned something. They either learned they work too much, they're underpaid, they thought they really liked this person that they were living with, but no, I can't be locked in a house with them for that long. They learned that they really enjoy their solitude. They learned that they had time to do this, or they cleared this closet, or we all learned something that is ticking away in our brain, and we're like, okay, we need to do something with this. What are we going to do with it? And so we're going to take this and we're going to start moving forward. And so as you work your way through this week and you're trying to stay in the spiritual awakening energy, it's like you have to keep moving forward with your spirituality, and yet there are very practical things that very day-to-day stuff that needs to be done and changed. You got to take a look at your life, right? You had a really nice opportunity to really examine your life over the course of this past year, and what did you learn from it? And how are you going to move forward? It is a big new moon coming up next week. If I had said that a couple of days ago, I could have said next year and I would have been right. Okay, we're going to do Leo next. Leo card came up, and so we're going to see what we got for Leo here. But did that answer your question, Amanda? Did that help you at all? Wait, all I know is she always tells me Scorpio here and here and here and here again when she looks at me. Okay, I'm missing something. Okay. Yeah, now we got Leo. Oh, so there I am, Amanda, talking to you and you're Googling. Okay, I see where you are. Oh, wow. Okay, Leo. So I have never seen this card before. It's number 14. It's the curse. It looks like someone's got their hand across their mouth. See what that is. It's very dark feeling energy. Well, of course, calling it the curse doesn't help, but the curse refers to the limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. It is the source of negative patterns, and it shows up as a disease, a destructive force, or a blockage on our creative energy. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality, recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life to heal it. So, souls that incarnated to get rid of this ancestral karma. Like this ancestral karma should not, I don't believe it can, but it definitely shouldn't follow us into the Aquarian age. It is the old energy. And so we're here cutting ties, releasing. That's why so many people are like in so many bad relationships all over the place. Like you have one. Like you can have with this person, you can have with this. It's like everywhere you look, and it's because you have to work through that stuff so you can release it. And the easiest way to do that is by having infinite love for yourself and infinite love for everyone else, and say, I release you. I don't know why you act like that. It doesn't matter. Infinite love for you. and I'm releasing you. I'm breaking this contract. You go your merry way, and I'm going mine. And it's going to be like so much of that. And if you can do that, if you can do that with the sense of, I'm moving forward, I'm willing to forgive, I feel the source love that is so infinite. And I understand that all we're doing here right now is this really hard work of letting everything go. Hey, Marlita, how you doing? Then we can start really doing some good in this lifetime. So, wow, spirit, man. Okay, what else? Okay, so St. Michael says to ask him to, and Metatron too. Okay, to ask them to help you cut the cords of negative energy. Okay, so what I'm seeing is two swords. One is St. Michael's electric blue, and the other one is this vibrating. It looks like a sword of fire. So that would be Metatron's energy for sure. Okay, so asking them to cut the cords of negative energy, that to release you from all karmic vows and contracts across all timelines and lifetimes. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So do that. And then so this is something you can just sit in meditation and do for yourself. And then imagine yourself surrounded. What I'm seeing, it's Lady Venus. She's bringing in this. So it must be because she just passed through the galactic center. Okay. So she's bringing in this big swirling pink energy, but that's the energy of self-love and Kuan Yin. I'm seeing Kuan Yin too. Okay, so asking to do this is a healing you can do for yourself. You don't need anyone to do this for you. You can absolutely do this energy work yourself. It's just, even if you can't see it, ask for it and imagine it. Imagine what it looks like and allow yourself to sink into that feeling of being completely loved, and know that it's coming from your heart to you to help heal that energy, because your heart is connected to the infinite source of love. There are things that we run up against in this lifetime, and Leo, you must be smacking the heck into them right now if you're getting this. There are things we run up into in this lifetime that you're like, why does this always happen? I don't even understand it. And it doesn't have anything to do with anything that happened here. It's this karma that you brought in, that you came in here to let go of, so that you could do this, so you could move things forward. All right, I see that, Cherokee. Cherokee is she's on duty tonight. Okay. All right. So Leo, that is powerful. And not only can Leo do that, but everybody could be practicing that right now. We have Cancer next. Cancer, it's 38, 55, 39 by the time I write this down. All right, Cancer. Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. So Marlita, did you have a good week? I think we might have lost. Oh my gosh, my brain just went dead. When spirit gets like that, I can't think of anything. Sean says that's you. It is you. And honestly, Christine, nothing else really explains a lot of things that's going on with you. Oh, good, Marlita Klein. Oh my goodness. All right, so Cancer, what is going on? Like these cards are being stubborn. I just heard defiant. Cancer. What's up with that? All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, of course you got a deck. All right. Defiant is right. All right. This is actually really cool. Okay, so I think what it is, Cancer, is this is the week as you move into this new moon energy, after you've gone through that hard, difficult karmic cycle of North Node in Cancer, you pick you. You pick you. We've got lightning. We've got the wild woman. This is rebelliously choosing yourself. We have taming the wind. And you have the beloved. And you might actually be your beloved. But let's just see what the book has to say. But when I look at the beloved, this could be love coming in. Absolutely, it could. But I feel like this could also be self-love really coming in, and you're picking you. This is that energy of Uranus and Taurus. That is just that bolt of lightning coming in, because that Venus in Capricorn is going to be in that beautiful trine energy at the time of the new moon, with that's very supportive with Uranus. The formidable electrical discharge of lightning, the of a lightning strike has a positive effect. The light illuminates the earth and the psyche, but there is destruction as well. The bolt can burn and even kill if it's too strong. The force of the upper worlds are investing their gathered energies to ignite you with a new inspiration and creativity. Allow the divine gift of the awakening to take root in your being, and enjoy a renewed sense of clarity, passion, and vision. I'm telling you, there was something that you guys couldn't help but do the work. Like there was no way that wasn't happening. So 55, taming the wind. That's 2 5s. That's change, but it becomes a 1 of a new beginning. Hey Denise, hey, it's good to see you. I understand that I got your phone number, but I think it would be best to hit me up on Facebook, I think. I have to plug in or I'm going to lose everybody here. So if you could send me a message on Facebook, and I will go in and check that out later this week. All right, so taming of the wind. Here, the feather, a symbol that is used in clearing ceremonies for smudging, reminds you of the sacred commitment you made to your life. This is a symbol of consciously bringing the spiritual into the material, infusing the world with reverence, an acknowledgement of the higher planes of existence, the influence, and the innate all of life. This feather is a symbolic reminder of deliberately entering into a partnership with the Great Spirit to co-create for the highest good of all. I feel like this is your passion gets ignited about something very creative that you've been wanting to do. It's time to take that leap of faith and step off the ledge. You'll fly. You'll fly. The wild woman dances into your reading to remind you of the essence of authenticity and freedom. Divest of all social constraints and cultural conformity. The wild woman holds up a mirror to your essential self and true essence of who you are and who you're meant to be. She is a reminder of the bright light within each of us that gets dimmed by the restrictions imposed upon us by the expectation of society. She reminds us that in order to be fully present to life, we must uncover the light and let it shine brightly. It could be that you're the bolt of lightning, because you're being invited to shine brightly. It's to shine brightly and dance with abandon. And then number 5, which it's interesting. So that's change, 2 5s, and then the 5 on the beloved. So there's a shift happening, and I think it's that you're finally willing to. Although it says the beloved is the recognition of spirit in another and moving towards spirit through the other. It is when the divine appears to us from in the form of our child, our partner, our friend. We experience being in love. As we grow, we start to recognize the beloved in everyone, not confusing their personality with their divine nature. Accept the invitation to learn through the path of love. Expand your being through union with another. When you recognize the beloved in another, you call forth their highest and purest nature. Follow the path of love. Well, Denise, you showed up just in time, because that's the Cancer reading. Okay, so for those of you that are currently in an existing relationship, I say light it up. Find a way to, hey Cherokee, find a way to bring the fun back. Dance, find a way to be creative and ignite the relationship again. For those of you that are single and looking, then I would say you have a magnetic quality about you right now. So let yourself shine brightly and see what happens. And for those of you who are single and fine with that, this is self-love and doing what makes you happy and brings you joy. And it could be a new creative project. So, I mean, that is just good all over the place. So, not bad, Cancer. All right, let's see. Who do we have next? We have Aquarius, the water bear. How many Aquarius is here? Did Cancer come after Leo? You're asking me to remember back that far. It appears so, yes. Based on my notes. That doesn't mean anything. All right, Aquarius. Yes. I'm pretty excited about that Cancer reading myself, Sean. Okay. Aquarius. You have the vision quest. This is what happens when the age of Aquarius happens to an Aquarius. They go on a vision quest. Okay, so vision quest. Number 60, soulmate energy, balance. It doesn't look, I don't know. Looks like she's dancing off the edge there. In Vision Quest, you face your fear, embrace your mortality, and then meet face to face with spirit. When we feel stagnant, a Vision Quest brings our lives into perspective. We realize our flaws, our potential, and the opportunities in life is now offering us. We remain on a vision quest until we find the key to open a new door or write a new chapter in our lives. This is the invitation to find clarity by spending time alone in nature. If you live in a city, go for walks in parks. If you live in the country, make sure that you spend time outside in contemplation. Get off the couch and get away from your desk. Go outside. Spirit helps those who help themselves. So set your intention and ask nature for guiding vision for your life. So, hey, Brandy, how's it going? How's that baby? How's the baby? Oh my gosh. Brandy's a new grandmother again. Okay, so, Aquarius. So I actually know an Aquarius who's in Italy right now and really would love to get outside to be able to go on a vision quest, and they are completely locked down. So if you're in a situation where it says get out in nature and go on a vision quest, and that is not something you can literally do, take a bath, use some salt water, Epsom salt, that will ground you. Play, there's meditation. So there's one I really like. It shows like this waterfall coming down. You hear the music playing, but you also hear the birds singing. And it's just a loop, and it goes on for like 3 hours. And it really helps me to just kind of go into the place. So if you have to do that, if you have to create that nature space for you, and also tend to any house plants that you have. Allow yourself the opportunity to just sink in. And so basically the thing is with all this energy shifting, Aquarius, you really need to get grounded. You really need to get grounded to figure out what's next. Because you guys are really getting hit by all of this energy. So stagnation doesn't help. Get up and dance too. That's a great way to move forward. I have no idea who that card's coming for. So let's find out. That just came flying out. Sagittarius, like a arrow shot out of a bow there. Okay, Sagittarius, 51 minutes. All right. Sagittarius, it's called flow. What's really cool is that, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, I'll show you, but she's got her hands like this, and she's got the water flowing back and forth between her own hands. She is creating the flow with her intention. She is determined to stay in flow. So, all right. She has a crown on, like a tiara, but it looks like it's made out of water. Being in flow, allowing the in the full moon there, the intuition just flowing in. Don't know if you can see this. Oh God, it's number 20. I think that's communion with spirit, though. There is a natural movement of events in the world. You can see it in the phenomena such as the tide, the ebb and the flow of the oceans, the rivers, the rise up from the earth, and the flow to the sea. The symbol of flow represents the effortless and natural movement toward a certain destination. It signifies an ability to gracefully move around obstacles and reminds you of the sense of allowing. But allowing, it is like temperance, but the sense of allowing isn't, see, temperance is you creating the alchemical process. That's not this. This is asking you to take your hands off the wheel, Cherokee. When flow comes to visit, it is a sign that your intentions have been in motion, and now is the time to allow nature to run its course. You're being called to effortless movements and the path of least resistance. It's like being within music, flowing within partnership. Think of the artist who creates without guile or craft, calling creatively up from the soul and bringing it to life without effort. You are called to be like a river. Knowing the fulfillment of destiny is assured. Enjoy the ride. So not temperance. Temperance is about trying your balance and trying to create things between two things, and that's a very Sagittarius card, right? But this is saying not fire, water. Not fire, water. Cool it down. Lay back. It can be a hot tub if you want, but just float. Just float right now. Okay? Interesting. Interesting. Sagittarius, that makes so much sense. You just got all that information when the sun passed over the galactic center. So you've had the downloads like really heavy coming at you. And you might be a little tired. You might be a little exhausted. And you might be pushing really hard trying to accomplish something when you don't really need to. So set your intentions with the new moon that's coming up. That'll be in your 8th house of transformation. Set your intention to transform your life in the way that you want to go, but don't dictate the terms. Don't dictate the terms. Okay, ooh, who's next? I almost started to write it down and I didn't even look. Oh, Taurus. All right, Cherokee, back to back. Taurus. Okay. Taurus sun, Taurus moon, Taurus rising. Oh, Brandy, I just love that I can just see that you're in love with the baby. Okay. So, Taurus. Okay, you have the crow and you have the seer, and to me, these both being the same kind of thing. This is magic as a foot and using your intuition. This is things being brought to you and you seeing it coming. But also, I think getting surprised a little bit by the magic of it. Let's just see. All right. The seer. The seer represents the capacity to reach beyond the obvious details of life into the hidden realms where information is available to those with the discernment to perceive it. Okay, so there has been so much coming up lately about reaching across the zodiac and across the zodiac from Taurus to Scorpio. And this is the seer sounds like a Scorpio, right? It's the ability to see into the hidden realms where the information is available to those with the discernment to perceive it. And so sometimes when we're a little lost or we're a little confused or life has got us feeling a little befuddled. Really? Is that the word you're giving me? Okay. Befuddled. That was Mark. Okay. So if you're feeling a little befuddled, then reach across the zodiac. Reach across the zodiac to the opposite side, and does your sign is. So if you're a little, feeling a little out of balance and you're a Cancer, well, then you need to reach across to Capricorn and take your authority back, right? If you're a Gemini and you're feeling a little bit confused, well, it's time to reach across to Sagittarius and say, I do know this stuff. There's just like this need to kind of reach across when we get a little out of balance. If you're a Libra and you're a little confused and you're like giving and things are out of balance, then you need to reach across the Aries energy where you're like, no, wait, this is about me, right? And so it's about reaching across. So Taurus, reach across to the Scorpio and dig deep into the hidden realms. This symbol represents the psychic perception, the intuition, and the capacity to know something without prior exposure. The seer knows truth, always seeks truth beyond all else, and sees reality as it truly is without judgment. The seer can read between the lines and understand that is not being said. He represents the power of clarity and being able to recognize patterns. The seer invites you to trust your intuition and to follow it as it leads you forward. You may feel lost when it appears that your hunch is taking you in circles, even through a maze. But the hidden realms don't follow the rules of two-dimensional map. Trust your gut. Allow your perception of your circumstances to widen to include the nuances and the subtle clues or cues that you normally miss if you take things at face value. The seer has gifted you with his magic. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Your vision is clear. And speaking of magic, you've got the crow, right? So super cool. You have the crow. The crow says it is the keeper of the universal law, the law of truth. Wow, truth came out twice. Crow teaches us to walk our talk, to find congruence between who we say we are and who we really know ourselves to be. This winged one insists that we speak truth, that we create truth instead of searching for it. Well, that's interesting because this one says to seek the truth and this one says to create the truth. Okay, so you search your heart for what you want to be true. What is the truth that you want? And then you create it. It becomes you. So again, you can't always pick your circumstances in life, but you can always pick your attitude. And so when you pick your attitude, that is your truth. And that becomes the truth that you exhibit, right? So if you have a goal or a dream or something, and honestly, between Scorpio and Taurus, I don't think there's any other signs that are more determined to get shit done. And so you're like, okay, you're Taurus and you're like, yeah, I really want this, but I don't really understand necessarily how to do it. Well, your truth is that you want it. So use your intuition, set your intention, and just go for it. And trust that you might have to move around a little to get to where you're going, but it's your truth. It's who you want to be. When you speak the truth and practice the truth, eventually every say becomes true. When you speak the truth and you practice truth. So what that means is when you speak your truth, when you practice your truth, you create your reality through your words, through your actions, through your thoughts. And right now, that is so true, positive or negative, right? Correct what is untrue in your life without judgment. Let truth set you free. So if you are in a situation and you're feeling, okay, you have a job that makes you not want to get out of bed, for instance. We're just going to pick that. Then that is not your truth. Your truth is not that job, right? I mean, that is not authentic. What do you really want to do? Then set your intention on it and create that for yourself. Because when you decide that that's what you're going to create for yourself, what you're going to manifest for yourself, that will bring you joy, and you're going to create that joy for yourself, then it becomes the truth. Because right now, manifesting is super easy. And so watch out for that, because that it's super easy to manifest the positive and it's super easy to manifest the negative. And so, no complaining. Instead, state what it is that you want. State that to be your truth. I am boss in my own company, if that's what you want. I am boss in my own company. You might be working at McDonald's, scrubbing toilets, but in your head, you decide I am the CEO of my own life. And if your job is scrubbing toilets, by the way, then I say make sure you can eat off those things, right? Do your best job, because now you're being true. And so you're doing the best work that you can do, and your best work will then create that energy around you of the best work, which propels you forward, right? Not complaining, doing the best work you can. If you're in a relationship that's making you unhappy, why are you still there? Do something about that. I feel like it's those two things, and I don't know why. Where's the Capricorn? New moon in Capricorn is, oh gosh. Okay, so for you, Taurus, that's in your 9th house of long distance travel, connection to spirit. That's, and communication with spirit. Yeah, no, you really just need to speak your truth, whatever that is. Decide that that's your life, and then go and manifest it. Nobody manifests better than the Taurus anyway. Like in any realm, like anything that you want to manifest, you can. You totally are the manifestors. So, all right. Who's next? Scorpio. Speaking of reaching across the zodiac. All right, Scorpio, what's up? Oh, Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. That's right. Chippy. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. There's just choices, and you can sit there and analyze the hell out of them, right? Analyze this, analyze that, but eventually it really comes down to this. There's just choices. There's no right choice. There's no wrong choice. Make a choice and then make it right. Make it work. So what does your heart want to do? Because that's always the right choice. All right. Okay. I see that, Cherokee. We'll chat about that later, I'm sure. Okay. So, Scorpio. Scorpio. 'Sun. 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 ' You have the lower world. Of course you do, Scorpio. But you also have the heart of the sky. So that's an interesting combination. Okay. We'll start with the lower world. I think we all know, Scorpio, you can go deep. The lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity. It is a place of rich and fruitful darkness where we can find the disowned parts of ourselves and the abandoned aspects of our psyches. The lower world is the place of our ancestors where we discover the gifts and the lessons from the past. It is the realm of the collective unconscious. Here we can meet our demons and transform them into pure energy, our source of personal power. It is time to unearth your hidden treasures. Do not make yourself small or for others to like or accept you. Bring out the gems and the precious stones that you have kept inside your heart. Hidden even enough, it is time to honor your past and recast your life as a heroic quest. As you journey into the lower world, you will be offered all the gifts of your ancestors, their struggles, the way they hurt, the way they lived, and the way they died. And this will all become blessings. And what I really loved about this when I was reading this was all the things you've kept inside your heart, hidden from even yourself. And then we have the heart of the sky. And I really feel like it's like you bring them up out of the lower world and you let them shine. You let yourself shine. The heart of the sky is the love force that makes all creation possible. Those hidden gifts, those things, those dreams, those wishes, those hopes, those everything that's buried down deep inside of you that you hide from the world, it is time to bring them out because it is the love force that makes all creation possible. You can manifest whatever you want to manifest for yourself. It's follow your heart. This same force is present when you create with originality, when you bring formlessness to form or inspire ideas to expression. The primeval force does not know good or bad. It is up to us to provide the clear intention that will guide it to manifest. The heart of the sky helps us to call in beauty from the invisible world and birth it into the world of matter. The heart of the sky brings you a sacred reminder. You are a channel for the original energy of creation. Become the paintbrush, the canvas, and the artist by the heart. Set your intention ethically and clearly and allow the universe to take care of the details. Again, setting those intentions, knowing what you're going for, knowing what it is you want, and then knowing that you're going to take that first step. And that when you take the first step, then yes, the mystical map will light up the next step and then the next step. And it allows you to see where you're going. Oh my gosh, the energy, these two cards coming together is so fabulous. You dive deep to find your talents, to find your dreams, to find what matters in your heart. You do the healing, you release and you let go and you forgive everything that does not work for you. And then you decide what it is you're going to create because it's what really matters in your heart space. And you bring those up like precious gems and you let the light shine on them and boom, manifestation. It's beautiful. Okay, who in the world is next? Last but not least, we are at Capricorn already. My, how time flies. Really? Are we done? Yes, I just didn't write down everybody's time. Okay, Capricorn. What a surprise that I didn't write them all down. All right, Capricorn, let's see what we got for you. And then we'll start taking questions from the chat. I think we lost Sue. I mean, she can't stay up forever, that one. Oh, wow, it's already 8:30? Okay. Okay, Capricorn. You have many paths. You have many paths. It is 34. 3 plus 4 is 7. Very spiritually guided number. I feel like whatever it is that you decide you want to do right now, Capricorn, you can absolutely do it. You just have to decide. All paths lead to spirit. What you bring to your journey is what will determine if yours is a path of suffering, a path of wisdom, a path of bliss, or a path of love. Consider the traveler who met two stonemasons. He asks one what he's doing, and the mason replies, "Well, I am squaring out the stone." He asks the other, who is doing the exact same thing, and gets the reply, "I am building a great cathedral." One man has a job, the other man has found his work and his calling. He is part of an endeavor much greater than himself. Be sure you pick a path with a heart. We are all being called right now to choose from the heart center what is our next step. This energy as it shifts, it's all about what's important. It's all about what's in the heart. Your call now is to take a big, bold step and leave the beaten path. Heaven and earth are conspiring on your behalf to support you in this move. Do not dally lest you miss the movement. It is time to sail into the uncharted. Be sure you attend to both your path through this earth as well as your journey through the stars. Okay. All right, Capricorn, you're well prepared for this. You came out of those eclipse cycles. You have all this help going on in Capricorn right now. This is whatever you are setting your intention for with this powerful new moon that is in your sign. Just make sure it is something that you know you will love. And then go for it. And I have no doubt that the doors will open when you need them to. All right. Who's got questions? I think we lost Sue. Sue is in England. And it is now 1:30 in the morning there. So, okay. All right, Nancy. We will see you tomorrow night, though. So you take care. Is Sue still here? Excellent. How do you know Sue is here? I have not seen her say a word in forever. Marlena, what is your what are your signs? Do you know your rising sign? How are you supposed to know, Dan? What do you want to know? Sean, what do you want to know? Huh? Whatever. Some people have questions, some don't. Oh, okay. I didn't see that in my chat. So Sue, do you have a question? Okay, so you are an Aries, what? Okay, Marlene, you're going to have to help me out here. Is that Scorpio Sun, Aries rising? Or is that Aries moon? Or is that Scorpio? Will be successful with my current studies. Sue, I don't even have to pull a card for you and tell you the answer is yes. You're a Capricorn. Will you be successful? Of course you're going to be successful. Like you would stop before you won the race? I don't think so. All right, so I'm going to pull a card for you with some guidance. But honest to goodness, if you want to know if you're going to be successful, then you set it in your intention for this new moon that you will be successful and that you will be shown the way to manage whatever it is that's making you wonder or doubt it. Because there's no way you won't be successful. Okay. Oh, look at this. You got the manifestation card, Sue. Your insight is limitless. Trust your vision. Believe that your wisdom and creative powers can manifest what your heart desires. Do not hesitate. Your intelligence and resourcefulness will forge your dream into reality now. Told you. Okay, Marlena, I'm confused, Marlena. Are you Scorpio rising? Scorpio Sun. What I just see Scorpio and Aries P, and I don't even know what that means. She is okay. Is that Scorpio Sun and Aries Rising, Cherokee? Okay, so Aries Rising, Scorpio. Okay. Wow. I would highly recommend that you go find yourself a Libra. A Libra Sun would get along with Scorpio and Aries Rising both. I know you're a Capricorn, Sue. That's why I know you're duelist. Okay, wait, they're starting to move fast here. And, oh, hold on. And you wrote a book. I can't read that fast. Let's see if we can go back and find it. Okay. Nancy has to bounce, so I'm thinking we can pull for at the end. Okay, that's a great idea. Okay, dark dreams lately. Former love who was always a player, reliving with new people in the dreams, but always the same. He never changed even in death. It sits with me all day with me. Okay. So, Anne. When we were talking about cutting the cords and then surrounding ourselves in the pink energy of self-love, try doing that. That was a trigger, right? Soulmates trigger us. And when we have relationships that cheat on us, oftentimes it's to show us that we need to love ourselves. Like we need to love ourselves. If we're trying to find love from somebody else, then we're missing the point. The first love, the best love, has to be the love we have for ourselves. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way. I mean that in the way of we put ourselves as a priority in our life, and then we are not emotionally rocked by what other people choose to do or not do. And so you pick yourself. Christine wants to know why Libra readings don't feel like they speak to her. Because Christine aren't you a Virgo rising, Christine? I swear to God you are. You act like one. You should really listen to the Virgo readings. I don't remember where your moon is. I just know that when I talk to you, I always feel Virgo energy. And I know that by and large, my rising sign almost always resonates way more for me than my sun sign does, what's the word I want? As I have more life experience. Because I don't want to say as I get older. But as I have more life experience, I feel like I'm growing more and more and more into my rising sign. I really understand what it is. The sun sign is kind of how you feel inside. It's the way you view the world. But as I have been, but as you gain life experience and wisdom and knowledge, you realize that what you perceive as the world is your perception, not necessarily anybody else's reality. And so then it becomes like the way the world interacts with you, though, that's through your rising sign. And so that's when you start to pick up the cues of what's happening in the physical around you. And that's really set off by what's going on with your rising sign. Oh boy, these chat just moved really fast. Hold on. Okay. Christine wants to know, just do not grasp it like an old tape coming up. It has been almost 30 years ago. You need, yes, I understand, Anne. Boy, do I understand. But it's just, it is about choosing you and cutting those cords. I think, and we would be best to have a little bit longer conversation. I'll send you an email, okay? Marlena, what do you mean, oh no? Oh no, what? Okay, I pulled for Sue. Marlita, though, asked a question about which would be best for her. I don't need to pull a card for that. That's like a chart reading. That card, I can't pull a card to tell you who's best for you. I'll tell you what I would tell anybody that wants a love reading is to love yourself first. Love yourself and go live your life and have fun with it. And the right people will show up. And if they start acting in a way that does not resonate with you, you know it, you step into it and you go, okay, yeah, no, that's not for me because I picked me. And so, but I do think that as a Scorpio with an Aries rising, that you would find Libras very enjoyable, if not really great company. And that might be, if you're looking for something to start with, I would, but honestly, there's so much more than just sun, moon, or rising to help you figure out what kind of a relationship and what really works and what doesn't. Venus comes into play, Mars comes into play, how somebody argues and fights is a big deal. And so there's a lot of things, and then there's life purpose, and there's interest, and there's so much more, and a sign just cannot, once I can't, but I would say that you would likely find good friendship, at least with Libras, based on those things. Okay, good night, Sue. Do you know what time you were born? So she doesn't know her rising. So that's an Aries moon? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know then. All right. What else do we have here? Okay. So am I just pulling a card for... Oh, Christine, so you're Scorpio? Really? Why do I get such a Virgo rise up vibe off you? Okay. I don't know. I would have to look at your chart, and I don't have it in front of me, Christine. I cannot recall. So let's see here. Brandy. Oh, you got the job. Wait, what? Wait, I can't. There we go. Where did it go? The stupid chat. I lost what Brandy said. Where is it? Oh, Kathleen, you made it. Okay, I got the job. Then 30 minutes later, same boss asked if I want a full-time. Of course, now I have to interview and apply for that. And I found out my friend is interviewing as well. Whatever. Go for it, Brandy. Go for it. Manifest what you want. If it's the right and it's the right job for you, you'll get it, right? That's the way you take that attitude. You're like, well, if it's for me, I'll get it. But if you don't, you have to be present to win, right? You gotta have to apply. Oh, hey, Jen, you made it. Oh, and your boss asked you to apply for it. I would definitely apply for it. Yeah, I don't know what the order is either. Really not really seeing any actual questions anyways, Cherokee. I'm seeing, I don't understand. I think I'm pulling a card for Christine though. But I don't know what the question is. I'm going to just pull you a wisdom card. I'm so excited you made it, Kathleen. What time is it there? Oh, you know who didn't make it this week is Adrian. Well, Christine, you have the leader. You're being called upon for leadership. The Jade Emperor is helping you to overcome barriers, to fuse your ambition with integrity, employ your power with honor and wisdom, move forward with unstoppable momentum, and success is inevitable. That is something that is probably really good to hear after everything you've been going through. So, the Jade Emperor, the leader. Okay. Amanda, what should I keep in mind in navigating friendships? NFC during my move. Specifically, I feel like there's a lot of unresolved conflict and I don't want them to be lost as I move. Well, if you don't get along with Libra men, then I'm wrong. I thought you said that was your rising. So, anyway, so Amanda, I'm going to come back to you in a second. Marlita, because I don't know your rising sign. I thought that Aries was your rising sign. Because I don't know your rising sign, but you're a Scorpio with a Aries moon. The Aries moon is kind of the Knight of Wands energy that's very fiery and passionate, and Scorpio likes fire and passion too. So you need a guy who will step up with the, with the sensuality. And if it's not a Libra, they'll bring it. Taurus will also bring it. You might get along well with a Cancer or a Scorpio, although I can't, not Scorpio. Oh, I don't know about that. A Pisces, I was going to say, but Pisces, with you having an Aries moon, I almost think that could be a problem. Pisces can be really sensitive. I say that with my Pisces moon. But again, I honestly, to me, I feel like the best way to find out who you get along with is to date them. I think when you're trying to manifest a relationship, you don't try to manifest by the sign, you try to manifest by what it is that you want. So what do you want in a relationship? When you're talking to God about what kind of a relationship you want one where they're loyal and they're trustworthy and they know they let you know that you matter. You want someone that you have fun with. You want someone who doesn't mind holding your hair when you're throwing up. You know what I mean? It's like you figure out what it is that's important to you and ask for those qualities and don't worry about what sign they are. The qualities you're looking for, that's what you need to figure out. And when I say qualities, I don't mean, I have a Libra friend who always likes to tell me that they need to be tall and blonde and whatever. Okay, no. What qualities, not what do they look like? So, signs, there's so much more to it. It's just so much more. So, okay. Amanda, I guess the question is, do you want to wade into the conflict? And if you don't, then the best thing to do is just step into the attitude of they're my friends and I don't need to hang out with them right now. So you just be friendly, you be confident in what you're doing, and then you text them and check in on them, and you call once in a while, and you maintain the friendship that way. But is it worth it if you're already moving out to have that conflict resolution? I think the conflict's being resolved by you moving out, right? So it just seems like a lot of unnecessary drama when you have other things going on, but that's just the choice you're going to have to figure out for yourself. I'm not going to pull a card on that. I feel like there's a need to reach inside of ourselves and say, do I feel like this is the right thing to do, or that is? When it's an either or choice like that, it's like, do I say anything or don't I say anything, and which one feels better? And I gotta say, when I felt into that energy is right now, it's like, don't say anything. Like, and if there's no actual, I don't know what kind of an outcome you're looking for, but I just don't think that if the outcome you're looking for is to have everybody still get along when you leave, sometimes it's best not to say anything. But sometimes when you feel like you've been trampled all over and your rights have been stomped on, people have treated you like crap, then you stand up and you say something. And I guess I don't know the situation well enough to help you answer that. All right. Yeah. Good night, Anne. Did I pull a card for you, Anne? I don't even remember. All right. Anne, then Sean, then Mom, then Jen, then Kathleen. All right. Sean. I don't know, Sean. Do you really want one after that great reading you had? Why take a chance now? All right, let's see. Sean. Some advice for Sean. Okay, well, that one. Well, that one was the one. Space clearing. Sean, you have Cancer strong in your chart, right? I'm not wrong on that, I think. Space clearing. What Cancer doesn't get this card? Okay, so space clearing isn't just physical, it's mental, emotional, sometimes it's spiritual. I used to get the space clearing card all the time, and I got really, really mad one day because I'm like, I keep downsizing. I can't downsize anymore. What does it matter? Why do I keep getting that? And they're like, no, it was about releasing the karma. It was about letting people go. It was about cutting the cords of negative energy that were around me. And I'm like, oh, why didn't you say so the first time? So you have space clearing. So you have to decide what's weighing you down. Is it actual physical stuff? Is it emotional attachments to situations that no longer serve and they don't even need your time or energy anymore? Or is it, is it a job that it's time to change? Or, so you'll have to decide where you're feeling like you've got too much stuff going on. So, Anne and Sean. Anne left though, right? But I think we already covered Anne. Okay. Then Mom. Okay, Brandy. I can't, like, this thing's not moving anymore, and I can see that there's more stuff. So, because the little arrow keeps pointing to down. There we go. All right. Could you possibly pull a card for me? Yes. All right. So I'm going to pull a card for, now I've lost my list. So I'm going to pull a card for Kathleen because I can see her at the top. And then I was born Libra, but we'll talk later. I was born Libra. Oh. Oh, did you have a walk-in? I hear about those. I don't know what they are. All right. Well, Kathleen, this does not suck. You have the sun. You are on fire with success through the radiant energy of the sun. Dreams are coming true. Targets are being reached. And innocence is being rewarded. Your children or your creations are soaring into a bright future and uplifting fortunes beckon. Well, Happy New Year to you. Oh my God. Okay, well, Kathleen, that's perfect. All right. I agree, Cherokee. It is what it is. You go for what you want to do and what's important for you. All right, I'm going to pull a card for Brandy. I can't remember. I thought I did. I don't remember. Literally can't remember anything right now. There's so much buzzing in this room right now. Since the energy has been shifting, the buzzing around me is so loud. It's cool. Not arguing with that, but okay. So, wow. Okay, you have transformation. You have the way, and the way is you act with integrity, and people will act with integrity. You have confidence. Okay, yeah, you have confidence, you have release, and you have the goat, which is caution. So that is move forward cautiously. Sea goat that you are, Capricorn there, right? Brandy, move forward cautiously. Release attachment to the outcome. Fill out the application. Apply for the job. And then don't care whether you get it or not. And then, but I think be confident because you have confidence, you have the way, and you have transformation. So things are going to change for you. And how it works out. So whether you get this position or the other one, whichever one is the best for you, that's what you're going to get. But go ahead and apply for the other one and allow the chips to fall where they may. And with this thing where it says caution, maybe don't, I don't know, maybe don't tell your friend that you're applying for the job until she brings it up. And then you'll be like, oh, I didn't know that I applied too. I don't know. May the best man win. Of course, you said that. Sean wanted wisdom to understand. Okay, I'm missing something. Sean, I pulled you a card. It was space clearing. $5.52. Okay. $5.52 in the evening. Wow. Okay. Kay made it too. How's it going, Kay? Oh my gosh, I am a little behind on the chat. All right. So, I think Kay would be next. Cherokee, is that right? I'm trying to scroll down. You guys are talking faster than I can read. Oh my God. Yes, Denise, I need to pull a card for you. I am really behind. This chat is so fast. I can see that I'm really behind. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pull a card for Denise. Then I'm going to pull a card for Kay. Am I at the bottom? I have no idea. I see message restricted. What? Oh, retracted. Okay. I have no idea. I'm dyslexic. I read slow, and the chat was fast. It's not a good combination. All right, Denise first. Denise, this is interesting. You have justice. The universe executes a precise order of justice. Karmic debt is being, oh wow, karmic debt is being reconciled at this moment. The matter is no longer in your hands. Take a deep breath and go through it with dignity. So it's all working out the way it's supposed to. Yes, Cherokee, you can get one tonight. So, Denise, whatever's going on, things are moving in your favor. Well, I shouldn't say favor. Karmic debt is being released, which means that things are working out the way they're supposed to. So whatever that means, accept it with grace and understand that there's a bigger picture going on here, that you came here to release karmic debt, and that's happening. And ask for guidance and protection through the process. And take a deep breath. All right. Okay. Okay, you have manifestation. There's a lot of that because of this new moon coming up. So your insight is limitless. Trust your vision is true. Believe that the wisdom and your creative powers can manifest what your heart desires. Do not hesitate. Your intelligence and resourcefulness will forge your dream into reality now. Super cool. Okay. All right. So, Cherokee. Are you the last one, Cherokee? Because I can't tell. I know, right, Kay? I'm telling you that new moon next week is this. It's really important this week to get clear on where you want to go, but you don't need to know how you're going to get there yet. You just need to know where it is you're going. Cherokee, random card for you, or did you have a question? Oh. I am not going to tell you where his mind is. It's in the gutter. You have inspiration. Look at that. Okay, he's in his emotions. And he's inspired. But healthy choices. Eat. Self-love, self-care, being happy. He's focused on staying emotionally balanced and following his gut to do what is best for him. Yes, that's you. That's you, Cherokee. I pulled a relationship card. It really, now they're all going to flame up and I'm going to catch on fire here in a couple minutes. You can't ask him. You have to, I mean, Cherokee. Okay, good. Because yeah. I have stuff I want to say, but yes, Amanda, I'll pull a relationship card for you. Oh God, you guys are killing me. And we're overtime too. And so this means I'm doing it because I love you. Not because I think you should get relationship cards. All right. Oh, okay. Okay, so, but I like that you got this one, Amanda. It says, self-indulgence, focus on yourself, your self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. Because Spirit knows that's what I want to tell you guys every freaking time. Love yourself. Love yourself first. It is the most important thing. If you love yourself, if you appreciate who you are, then when someone else is having a bad day, you can go, wow, that's not about me. That's about their bad day. And it doesn't have anything to do with you. You know, if someone's like busy and they're focused on their career and they're not calling you and texting you back every 4 freaking minutes, it's not because of you. It's because they're busy. It's just like, just love yourself and enjoy the time you get together, and don't be so demanding and greedy that you get all of their time, because honest to God, anybody who wants that much of my time, I can't breathe. And I don't think that I'm alone in that. I want somebody that goes out into the world and has a life so that when we get together, we have something new to talk about. And yes, I want to do stuff with them. Of course I do. But I don't want to do everything with them. I want to be their first choice, right? I want a best friend, but I don't want a second layer of skin. Right, Kay? You see what I'm saying? Okay, so Kathleen is an Aries sun, a Gemini moon, and a Pisces riding, which I think means rising. Okay. Like, good night, Denise. I mean, I have strong feelings on that. That's why I don't do love reading. I mean, and tell them what somebody's thinking, and I think, what do you think about yourself? Because that's really what matters, right? All right, Kathleen. Okay, Aries, Sun, Gemini, Moon, Pisces, Rising. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thank you. This was fun. I think we might have lost Sean already, and Christine, I'm not sure. No, we lost Sue. You guys have a great night. I will see you back here next week. Check out the weeklies if you have not seen them yet. There was some really amazing. This week's messages were really nice. And last week, if you didn't see last week's, check the first part of them out where the dragons came in, because that was really cool stuff. Okay? All right, you take care too, Marlena. It's good talking to you. You guys have a great night. I'm going to escape now. Good night, Cherokee. Thank you again so much. Thank you. Oh, there is Sean and Christine. Good night, guys. Good night, Kay. It was great seeing you. Again, everybody. So.